女士们、先生们，有请美国消费技术协会总裁兼首席执行官盖瑞·夏佩罗先生。Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Gary Shapiro, President and CEO, Consumer Technology Association.
Good afternoon. We are so thrilled to have the 5th annual CES Asia underway. Today, Thomas Owsianski, the president of Audi China, will share with us how Audi will take mobility further by transforming it from a driving experience to an incredible digital adventure. To show us a holistic approach on future in-car infotainment, he will be joined by Max, or Johan, Yin, the head of connectivity at Audi China, Niels Wolny, CEO and co-founder of Holoride, and Yunzhou Wu, car designer at Audi China. Please join me in welcoming Thomas Owsianski and the 3 other speakers to the CES stage. Thank you. Break a leg. Break a leg.
Thank you very much, Sherry. Hello, everybody. Meiti Pangjumen Dajahao. Vusha Oyan Cheng.
Hello, dear media friends. Hello, I'm Thomas. I'm very happy to see you in New York.
So thank you, dear media friends, that you found the time here for our special session here around Audi and Holoride. So I got this right. And let me ask you a question. Do you know what will happen in the future? Probably not. Even despite a full day of CES Shanghai, we probably are not 100% sure. But if there's a place, this vibrant and fast-growing city, Shanghai, where we can at least start imagining about the future, I think this is the place. And in the next couple of minutes, us 4 hopefully want to give you an idea what Audi and also Holoride together is trying to do in the future. I promise you, hopefully today is more than just talking and lots of PowerPoint charts and boring talk. We also, I think, are on the road on an entertaining ride through the inspiring journey of Audi in the future. Hopefully it will be surprising, also a bit fun, and also a bit fashionable. And hopefully afterwards you want to buy an Audi. That also would be good. So let me ask you again, do you know what will happen in the future? Certainly not. We as Audi also don't know. And I guess one of my colleagues here, our director of digitization, Boris, I think has created the Audi Innovators circle. Actually, I didn't know about it until this morning. So it was good that I came to the CES, Boris. But joking aside, dear media friends, this is a group of 1,000 Chinese customers, and then I guess Boris also fans, who will help us to create the entire customer journey and to make sure that we really create things along the customer journey they really would like to see, they want to enjoy in their life, but also things they are not happy with that we have maybe created in our little offices and cubicles on PowerPoint and thought it's the greatest invention since planet Earth, but actually they don't like it at all. So this will go live very, very soon. And also, when you think about 10 or 15 years ago, and now think about the modern world, what do you think are the most important things for you? Maybe wealth. Okay, wealth is nice. A family, of course. Your favorite sports team winning. Probably for some of us the most important thing, for some not. Wi-Fi, okay, we don't have to talk about this. This is like bread and butter if you take Wi-Fi away. And a fast ride on an empty highway. I mean, I have a German passport, so this is also probably pretty high on my list. But probably the most important thing, I think, in these days, when you think about your daily life, when you get up in the morning and go back home, that actually we value most and we have the least of is what? Time. So I think time is probably the most precious item that really also nobody can give us. I think there was this once a movie, you might remember, where you could actually kind of buy time or exchange time, but normally that's not possible. So we're trying to give you an idea, or maybe we can give you some time back these days. So because on average, globally, customers spend 1 hour or 60 minutes or 3,600 seconds in the car in the traffic. And I'm sure here I've lived in Shanghai for 3 years, now I live in Beijing. If I take, I think the daily average of those two cities, I'm sure it's rather 2 hours than 1 hour. So I think it's even probably 2 hours. And during this time, actually, we in Audi, together here as a team, we want to give our customers obviously a premium experience and not just waiting in the car looking at the license plate of the guy ahead of you or staring out of the window being frustrated saying, I'm going to be late for the meeting, I can't do this and I can't do that. Obviously, traffic jams, boredom, it's even worse when you have your family on board. I have 2 twin girls, 7 years, they really enjoy it when they're in a traffic jam, and other things. But what happens when we can offer things like entertainment? I don't know who of you have visited our booth today. If you haven't, you should definitely do it, because there were some cool things on it, or things that can relax you instead of being upset, or you can connect with friends and family, or we can help you even at a more advanced stage to have actually a more smooth traffic flow. I think all these things are possible in the future when we have automated driving technologies in place, and these are things Audi are working on. And no matter how much we enjoy spending time doing something, we can never add more minutes and hours to a day. This is impossible. And actually, somebody gave me actually a quote from Audrey Hepburn. I'm not sure everybody is from the generation that knows Audrey Hepburn. I still know, so because I'm a bit older. Audrey Hepburn in her movie Breakfast at Tiffany's, I think Tiffany's you know, she actually said, beautiful stated, nothing is impossible, because the word said it himself. If you kind of spread it apart, it actually said, I'm possible. And we from Audi want to create kind of this concept of the 25th hour. And Wu remembers this from the Shanghai Motor Show. We talked about the 25th hour quite a lot, that we basically want to give our drivers this 25th or maybe even 26th hour back as Audi. And all that obviously based on our Vorsprung durch Technik. Again, I'm trying to practice my Chinese, you probably don't understand it. Tupo Ke Ji, GD Weilei. So as our brand value really over the last 50 years. I mean, we have invested a lot of time, our colleagues are particularly at the table, in the investment of autonomous driving, and we all know how difficult it is to work on autonomous driving, particularly in China. If you think about Shanghai or Beijing traffic and thinking about L4 is kind of non-imaginable, yeah? But clearly we're making great progress, and autonomous driving will make mobility safer and a lot more efficient. Just some data. Studies show that in a fully automated network traffic system, more than 12% people can be transported. And that also means we only need 1/3 of the space. So you can do a lot of other things in that space if you want to. You can walk your dogs, you can have fun, you can play with your kids, etc., etc. And as I said before, if you go back to our stand, or you have been at our stand, and Wu, the good-looking young gentleman to our right, will talk about it. Our concept car, iMeet, basically encapsulates the whole concept, not in PowerPoint, but in a vehicle. It combines basically autonomous driving with an interior that allows you actually to choose not to drive, but to enjoy, I don't know, yourself, to have a nap, to get connected, to have fun, to have the 25th hour back from Audi, even though we said earlier you cannot have time back, but actually in a way you can. So, and that for sure will significantly increase quality of life. And why is that possible? I think what is very important is that you need to think about the car from another perspective. And Audi really is going away from the traditional car maker point of view to the view of a provider of premium mobility. I think that sounds very simple, but that's really a key mindset. You need to go away from just the car, you need to go back and you need to go to mobility concepts. And being on this track, we at Audi will start our next generation of digital services and solutions under the headline In China for China. or even in some cases, I guess, here Boris in the first row, when it comes to digitalization, but also in research and development, maybe even in design, or if you win some contest globally, in China for the world. Because we know that China is well ahead of the rest of the world, much faster, and Audi is doing a lot more things locally in order to be able to satisfy our customers. As one of the elements, for example, we are tripling the number of our engineers here locally, etc., etc. And in particular, we are obviously developing innovative digital solutions, and that's why some of the gentlemen are sitting here. And we have developed a holistic ecosystem of the next generation called Audi Connect. And we developed it mainly here in China for the Chinese customer, not in China for the German customer, in China really for China. And the next generation is the first-in-class open service platform. I think that's also very important, that Audi has a different philosophy maybe than others, that we are open to have other partners join us, other providers join us. I mean, this enormous challenge of autonomous driving, of premium mobility, to do it fast and quick and joyful, you need strong partners. You can't do it on your own anymore. So that's also why this system is open, and it is based on the Audi system, but it's open for everybody. It's Android-based, so basically third-party developers can also upload their own apps as well. And as I already said, why we are opening up for external providers. Well, I think a bit egoistically, because correct, Max, it will make our system stronger. Because if we have more creative people join us, the system will be better, our customers will be better, and everybody will have a win-win. But Max will tell you a little bit more about our digital journey a little bit later. So our mission, as I said, from driving experience, basically being a car company, to a digital adventure, includes basically 4 pillars. Firstly, next generation of Audi Connect, Max is going to talk about. A V2X for smooth traffic and safety, I think Max, you're also going to mention it. Virtual reality like Holoride, that's the sexy stuff, Niels will do that. And self-driving cars, and with Amy as an example, how we give you really time back as Audi the 25th hour. And if you combine all these services, as I said before, then actually next to your home, to your work, your car becomes actually your third living space. So here we go to the first one. Max, I guess now it's your time on stage. Thank you very much.
Sehr gut. 大家好，非常 Hello everybody, thank you very much for your attendance. I am Ying Xiaohang. I came to Audi 10 years ago and working for R&D located in Beijing. And now I am in charge of the development and research of connectivity. Now you know me at least a little bit. I don't know you personally, but I can say a little bit about you only by your presence here, because I conclude one thing for this, that you're curious. You are thinking about one step further and wondering what the future is in store. But let me tell you something first. Everybody has been talking about the future, but in China, future is within reach. When other countries are expectant of high-tech in internet, in mobile payment, the Chinese are no stranger to them. So China is blueprint in this fast-changing world, but standing still will be a step back. So what's next at Audi? What do we do to keep our lead? Let's have a look at a video clip first.
喂，老公。
老婆，我护照拿错了，还有2个小时登机。
什么？你等我，我现在给你送。走了，贝贝，你把护照拿错了。天猫精灵，给我的奥迪定位。您的车在北京市康宝花园绿色停车场1号5位置。嗨，奥迪。 导航到首都机场T2航站楼。
航班号 CC961，北京到慕尼黑，起飞时间11点50分。
天猫精灵， 帮我关闭家里的灯和空调。贝贝，我们只能在车上练习一会儿学校要唱的歌了，好吗？
好。妈妈，拜拜。
嗨，奥迪，打电话给范范。小范，将今天例会延后1小时，麻烦通知各位，谢谢。
T2航站楼停车场，第2层 A 区目前有位置。
给。
谢谢老婆，那我去赶飞机了。
等一下，这个。
你怎么知道那边下雨啊？
不告诉你。
那我走了。
快走吧。嗨，奥迪，附近有没有打折的加油站？
这就是我们。This is the way, our way, we use Voicebron here in China. As Thomas already mentioned, with our next gen of Audi Connect, we will go more than only one step further. In the last 2 years, we improved our complete in-car platform, IMM. Together with Audi Connect, we are leveraging the world's largest developer community, content and consumer base. We welcome third parties to tailor-make services and apps with the intention of making sure that technologies center around customers. We have local R&D teams. They are based, however, in international markets, yet they have insights into local customers' needs. For example, they found that Chinese users send 38 billion messages via WeChat every single day. Just to compare, China has 250 times more mobile interactions than the US. That alone is an impressive number, but what is more unbelievable is not just young users, but those who are aged between 50 and 80 are also active in WeChat. This is unique in the world. All these numbers prove that easy, convenient and intelligent solutions are accepted by everyone here in China. What does it mean for the brand Audi? For the best driving experience and also safety enough of our customers, we want the car to be the next mobile device. A premium platform on which the users of all and even more functions they would use on their smartphones. And all things will be incorporated in this premium platform. In 2018, according to our R&D team, we found that customers want a complete ecosystem and services can be seamlessly connected. We not just want to make it into a reality, we want to improve technologies to make sure that we can truly do what our vision or mission tells us, from driving experience to a digital adventure. And with the next gen of Audi Connect, we already integrated the most popular apps and services in car. The first step you take into Audi understands all your favorites. You can download things like Kuwo, QQ Music, Gaode Map or Baidu Map, so on and so forth. The driver needs only to scan the QR code to bind the accounts between your car and your phone, and the accounts of the different devices can be connected with each other. No matter where you are, the user or client can also have access to our service through their device. And we find that they're also interested in all the deliverable services, and that means that Audi will become your personal assistant. Audi provides intelligent recommendations. For example, now it is 4:25 in the afternoon. Imagine you and your family driving through the downtown area of Beijing and Shanghai. Audi, just like your friends, will recommend to you the restaurants and even reserve or book a room for you on the basis of your favorite restaurant or meal preferences. And Audi can also make sure that refueling can be paid for even if you are on the road. And even in the scenario of parking, when, for example, you finished a film or have left the restaurant, Audi Connect will pay for you the parking ticket and show the volume of the ticket. We work with the partners to provide various sorts of discounts to you in terms of life services. But driving is not just about the journey, but also the destination. And we've integrated the 问问语音 as the voice assistant that connects you to the intelligent devices on board. Imagine a summer that is as hot as today, and the car owner can use the voice assistance to switch on, for example, the aircon at home for him or her to enjoy the services at home. And in the future, we'll also integrate all the other digital assistants. For example, Alibaba's Tmall Spirit or Tmall Genie will be one of the apps that we will provide. So through the App Store, we will be able to provide a large platform. Using Audi Connect, we are leveraging the biggest developers community contents and customer base. The digital services that Audi Connect has in store will transform every minute that you enjoy on board. This is the first of all the 4 aspects that we will provide to you. Sorry, Niels, you have to wait a little bit more because we provide more than that. We care a lot about time. We feel sincerely that time is the most important aspect of mobility, especially in China, in the big cities. You start and stop frequently. You drive at low speed for a very long time. I live in Beijing, and every day the average distance is 22 kilometers per day. It's not too long. But how long does it take to cover that range? 73 minutes. Have we ever had any enjoyable journey on the road in the big cities? No. 18 kilometers per hour on average in Beijing, and I believe so is the case in Shanghai. That means that we spend 179 hours with more than 40 minutes wasted every day. And all this wasted time is the primary engine for us to develop what we have in store, to give back the time to the users. And this is where the 25th hour originates from. One of the technologies we enable to save the waste is V2X. That is to increase the safety of the traffic participants, making sure that vehicles can communicate with other vehicles and with other infrastructures, and in the future, potentially with the other pedestrians. In the future, not just local hazard will be warned for. For the time being, the traffic light information is launched in America and Europe so that the user can adjust the speed and the tempo of driving, traveling in the streets without wasting too much time before the traffic light. And you will be able to know how long does it take before you need to switch to the next radio station, or you will know how much longer you need to wait so that you can take off your jackets when waiting for the traffic light. And when V2X transpires, mobility will become more convenient and safer. And the interaction between the vehicles and the roads will help us circumvent hazards. V2X can increase efficiency, increase the level of safety, and drive autonomous driving forward. In order to reach this target, Audi is working with local partners and working with cities like Wuxing and Beijing to co-innovate. We've also got the license for autonomous driving tests in these 2 cities. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the second ring of the 4 rings that we have. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thanks. Good afternoon, everyone. It's such an honor to be here today, and thank you, Audi China, for the kind invitation. So actually, every day, people spend billions of hours in transit. And probably for most of them, this time feels like wasted time. And maybe for the parents here in the room, the sentence, "Are we there yet?" sounds quite familiar, doesn't it? So when we started Holoride, we had the purpose in mind to turn transit time into valuable time, to make people on the go happier, smarter, or even more productive. But let's be honest, when consuming visual media in a car, there are several problems attached to it. First of all, usually it's unsatisfying, because watching a movie actually feels better at home or in a cinema than it does in a car, right? And usually it's unfitting, because if I travel, for example, for 30 minutes and a season lasts 60 minutes of my favorite show, the experience gets interrupted. And thirdly, also a very important aspect when it comes to vehicles, many people do feel uncomfortable when consuming visual media in a car because they actually get motion sick. So there are statistics out there that more than 25% of the people can't stand watching visual content while on the go. This is due to the fact that what they see and what they feel is not matching. So we tackled these problems by combining or merging 3 core technologies. So IoT on the one hand, so the connected vehicle. So what we do use is the real-time data from the car, like location, acceleration, braking, steering, and so on. And we combine this intelligently and in real time with virtual environments, so extended reality technology. By doing so, actually, we've created something that is radically new. For the first time, you have a medium that actually works best in the car. So it becomes way more immersive, because what you see and then what you feel is actually matching. So I don't know who of you already tried VR several times. You may have tried VR simulators. Simulators always try to trick you. They move your chair. The body actually feels that these are not real G-forces working at your body. So with being in a car, driving the car, someone drives the car, you're sitting on the back seat, you see your virtual experience, it becomes way more immersive. Secondly, by combining VR environments with navigational information, the actual route the car will take, it becomes tailored to your route. So for the first time, actually, the content adapts to your travel time. That's why we call it also elastic content. And last but not least, because of the synchronization of the visual content with the movement of the car with almost no latency, people get less nauseous. So our customer product for private passenger cars will consist of 3 different elements. First of all, the customer application or the store, where people take their standard standalone VR device they might use at home, bring it to the car, start the Holoride application that builds up a secure local connection with your vehicle, and then you can choose from a variety of different experiences. Secondly, the car connection. We use the real-time data from the car to make these experiences possible. But actually, since we are a platform, we are also compensating the car manufacturer, so we do a rev share with them for providing this data. Because for the first time, the vehicle actually becomes part of this entertainment platform. And the third and maybe most important part is our software development kit for content creators. So it's a tool set for content creators to design, test, and deliver Holorides to end customers. So by doing so, actually, we're able to create a world of worlds, because every street pattern suddenly becomes a canvas for content creators to build something amazing. So we just provide the software, but there are so many creative, imaginative people out there, and I don't want to stop them from building fascinating experiences for people in cars. And on the other hand, every ride on the back seat suddenly turns into a thrilling ride. So that's why our overall vision is at Holoride to turn every vehicle into a moving theme park. To fulfill this vision, the tech that has been developed within Audi over the last 3.5 years and all the patents that have been generated were spun out into a separate entity, Holoride, and Audi owns a minority stake in this company. By this, we are open to all the other car manufacturers out there. And this is one very, very important part if you want to scale to a broader audience and be relevant to content creators as well. Because it's our ambition to become the leading platform for immersive, motion-synchronized in-vehicle experiences. By this, actually, we connect three powerful sectors, offering each a chance to growth. So first of all, the media industry or the content industry, because this new content category, the elastic content, is highly attractive in a car because people spend a lot of time in the car, and usually there's not much distraction in a car from other activities you could do. Secondly, we offer a chance to grow for the mobility sector. First of all, there are additional revenue streams for data that is already there in cars. And there's also an upselling potential for other use cases in mobility, so like ride-hailing or mass transportation. And last but not least, even the XR industry will benefit from this because we will offer an additional use case to standalone devices outside your home, where you're usually using it, or location-based entertainment centers. So you can say maybe it's a location-independent experience or a journey-based experience, but definitely a new use case for XR devices. Obviously, China is a highly attractive market to us as well. So we launched our company in January at the CES Las Vegas, and here we are now, opening also up to the Chinese market. That's why we also translated our brand name Holoride into Chinese. Hao will sing. Hopefully I pronounced it okay. I was told for the non-Chinese speaking people in the audience, it has the meaning of amazingly happy journey. So that's what we're trying to provide. And yeah, we are also looking for partners in China. So the strongest player in the automotive industries, the strongest players in the content industries, we're open to collaborate and make use of the Chinese market potential here. So for the audience at CES, we also want to deliver an amazingly happy journey. That's why we've built 2 demos. You can try in an Audi at the Audi area outside the halls of the CES. So one is called Drive. Basically, you jump into a submarine, or your car turns into a submarine. You have a deep water, underwater experience, deep sea experience. This is more meant to be an educational piece of content. And then you have the Cosmic Chase. It's a space shooter game, so your car turns into a spaceship, you'll blast asteroids, and you have to fight your way through enemies. So that's the other end. So from educational content, deep sea, to outer space, you'll experience both. But these are just technology demos, so they are meant to spark your imagination what will be possible with this technology in the future. So, I wish you all an amazingly happy journey. Hope to see you all tomorrow at the Audi area to try a Holoride yourself. And that actually was the 3rd ring of the 4 rings. So I'll hand over to Wu to present you the 4th ring. But before I do so, I'll show you a quick video that basically gives you some imagination how a Holoride will work in the future. Thank you.
Are we there already?
Thank you, Niels. Holoride is incredible. 我希望大家
Yes, it is hoped. It is a must that you drop in on the Audi and to have a look at their booth. Wonderful. My name is Wu Yunzhou. I'm an Audi China designer. I feel very happy to have this chance to meet you all out of the CES platform. 1 month ago, out of the Shanghai Auto Show, we premiered the iMeet concept car. It was a huge success. So today, standing here, I'd like to walk you through the design of the iMeet concept car. When it comes to Audi and our future planning for future mobility going forward, and we cover various needs and use cases, then we have developed a series of concept cars. It is a part of that journey. Several years ago, back in 2017, we launched Level 5 autonomous driving Icon concept car. That was a concept car without a steering wheel, and thus it was a litmus test to our designer team. 1 year after that, we launched PB18 e-tron concept car in the States. That was a huge imagination for a future electrified supercar, which we call Level 0, without any auxiliary driving systems. So with those concept cars, you can better enjoy the driving experience. So lately in Shanghai, we launched iMeet based on Level 4 autonomous driving, targeting metropolitan areas like Beijing and Shanghai, that we have customized the future mobility tools. Speaking of design for iMeet, if you're familiar with the Audi brands, I'm sure you can tell this car versus Icon concept car launched back in 2017, they look pretty similar. So these three vehicles, based on our user demands, that we have created these three concept cars. But this is not the end of story. This year, later on, we are planning on launching a brand new concept car, which will disrupt your current imagination. Let's look forward to the upcoming launch. So iMeet and Icon, these two concept cars, and they look pretty much the same in terms of exterior look. But we not only look at the exterior design, the whole design philosophy and the design process, these two concept cars follow the same logic. We give priority to interior utilization space and interior design, then we do appropriate exterior design. So these are the logics we follow in designing these two concept cars. Some examples here for your reference. On the side window for both cars, there are curved lines, as you can see, that are protruding from the surface of the window panel. These kind of protruding curves and the lines release the inner space for passengers, especially your head space. As a result, you can feel the roomy space as a passenger sitting on board. So you may doubt, can you still open the windows? The lower part of this window panel can be opened, as a matter of fact, not only the window. So we give priority to designing interior space first, then we move on with exterior design. Going forward, the autonomous driving and digitalization, in that journey, the interior design is going to play a brand new role. So the machine is no longer a code machine. A car is like a great tool that builds a bridge between your work and your life. It's going to be a third living space where, through design, we aim to fulfill your needs for entertainment, interaction, a leisure, and a relaxation. On the front row, there are two wonderful and comfortable standalone chairs, just like the sofa at your home. In between, we designed a kind of a small desktop that is able to be elevated and lowered if you do not need the front row seats. We can actually move them around so that we can give you more leg room. And in front of the driver, we have a small desk where you can use your laptop, you can check your inbox, or you can put some snacks on top of the desk or table. And if you want to drive on your own instead of the autonomous mode, then you can push the icon button on the lower left. Then the steering wheel will come out from beneath the table. Then the driving authority will be handed over to you, that you can drive the car.
And in the front row, we have a 3D screen with eye tracking. Because under this table panel, we have the eye tracking equipment. People say voice control is enough. Why eye tracking? Well, maybe during autonomous driving, people don't want to talk. And sometimes your eyeballs can also gesticulate and control the functions of the car. It's very interesting. I wish that the two different forms of interaction can bring two different sorts of experience to the passengers and drivers. We also have very good noise cancelling sound system to shield environment noises, and you can enjoy your onboard experience more with melodious music. And onboard air quality is also something that we care about. We have on it the best air freshening system. We've also dotted the interior with green. People ask me, do you want to grow plantations on the car? Well, it's not that. We're not thinking about improving air quality by plantations. It's just about making it intuitive, making the home experience, home-like experience intuitive. Sometimes putting a value of AQI on the screen of the car may not be better than putting some of the green in the car. The design of iMeet is not just about interior design, it's more about the design of a bedroom, because all the designers dedicate ourselves to incorporating the technologies seamlessly to the car and making sure that the car can incorporate seamlessly into our life. This car is 4.30 meters in length. It's compact, yet its interior space is maximized, and all the needs for vehicle use by families can be met. And the engine is put in the middle, and at the front we have a digital matrix beam. This beam, or this light system, is able to play different animations, interacting with the pedestrians, increasing safety as a result. And the steering lights and the warning lights have also been put in the fenders to make it a fender indicator. And by doing so, everybody can see this car, and that's how the level of safety can be further improved. The team of designers in the process of design have helped with the design all along. And many of them have their own lives. They have their own family. They want to raise their own babies. However, they want to relax by balancing out their work and life. iMeet, for the designers, is the best gift. And this gift constitutes the last ring of the 4 rings, Audi iMeet. Before handing over the microphone to Thomas, my boss, I want to show you a short video clip showcasing the way that future cars will be like in our own mind's eyes. Thank you very much.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, in wrapping up, firstly, thank you, Wu, for the great story about the AMI and how you created the AMI. Ladies and gentlemen, AMI is really the kind of incarnation of autonomous driving and how we give you back this 25th hour I talked about 30 minutes ago. Then obviously Neil said also, a very sexy presentation about Holoride, what you can do actually in the car and enjoy the time in the car. Actually, we tried this afternoon. It was really a fantastic experience, so if you haven't done so, please do so. I remember the underwater world with the huge whale. I think, Gary, I think we didn't do too well on the shooting game, huh? I think, but a really incredible experience. And again, I think another step how you make the driving experience more than just driving the car. And then last but not least, obviously Max and the whole R&D team, congratulations for developing Audi Connect, which really completes our ecosystem. I think with that you get an idea of what it is when we talk about digital adventure and not only about driving a car. Coincidentally, this kind of start into the digital adventure, ladies and gentlemen, coincides with the 10th anniversary of Audi China. Sometimes you're lucky with these anniversaries. And normally such an event is always an opportunity to look back and look at the past, what you did in the last 10 years. But that's really not Audi's style to look backwards, particularly here in China. There's only one way, and that's looking forward. And as pioneers, we obviously like to go where nowhere has gone before. Hopefully today you got a little bit of flavor in the presentations that we are really moving forward here in China and really underpin our motto, Vorsprung durch Technik. Thank you very much for your attention, your time spent here, and if you haven't been to the Audi booth, don't miss it. Thank you very much.